Welcome to Chemistry Lover, and today in this video I am going to discuss about the diene on phenol rearrangement. Okay, so this is a very important reaction if you talk about the rearrangement reaction and name reaction. So let me show you the simple example of this. So this is your diene, and here you can have some R groups, and in this rearrangement reaction you use acid catalysis, and after the reaction you get the phenol product and your R group is also shifted. So from here the R group is shifted to this position. Okay, so this is overall the diene phenol rearrangement. Now in this video I will discuss the mechanism of this reaction as well as some of the very important examples of this. So watch this video till the end to get the complete information and complete idea. So first let me discuss about the mechanism. So let's say this is our diene, and here I put two R groups, similar R groups, just to keep the thing simple. Later I will talk about the migratory aptitude, but now I don't want to incorporate the migratory aptitude part, and that's why I keep two R groups same. So first, when you introduce acid, what will happen? So acid will basically protonate on this carbonyl group, right? Because this carbonyl group will accept the proton. This oxygen has lone pair, so it can easily accept the proton. And now this is the situation. This is your intermediate. So after this protonation step, what will happen is this center becomes very much electrophilic, and it will drag this double bond towards it, and that in turn drag this R group. So this R group will shift to this position. So what will happen is this R group will shift here, and you already had one proton over there. So now the positive charge transferred to this center, and this will become OH. This double bond shifted to here, and here the double bond is as it is. Now after this step, this is basically the simple intermediate of electrophilic substitution. If you recall simple electrophilic substitution reaction, you know that these kind of intermediates are there, some electrophile, proton, and adjacent to this a positive charge, and these two double bonds. So you can have a similarity with this and this, they are basically same. So next step, we all know that it will lose a proton to get back its aromaticity, or in this case to attain the aromaticity, not get back, because initially it was not aromatic. So it will achieve the aromaticity. So by this it will achieve the aromaticity, and you will get this phenol product. So this is your phenol product. So this is how the diene phenol rearrangement occurs. So this is diene because it has two diene, two in, so diene and on, and this is phenol. So that's why it is called diene phenol, and the reason is very clear. First, in the first step, due to this protonation, this R group feels this drag, this pull from this positive center, and in the next step, to get the aromaticity, all this rearrangement thing happens. So this is the mechanism. Now let us talk about some of the very important examples of this. For example, let's say, so here we will introduce the migratory aptitude part. So let's say you have this species where you have two different groups. Let's say here you have methyl group and phenyl group. Now the question is which product you will get. You can have two products. Either you can get product where your phenyl group is shifted and methyl group is in the initial position, and another product maybe your methyl group is shifted and the other phenyl group is in its original position. So these two things can happen. Now the question is whether the phenyl or the methyl which will shift, that depends on the migratory aptitude of these two. And if you know the migratory aptitude between phenyl and methyl, you know two when it comes to stabilize a positive center, phenyl is better than methyl because phenyl has pi electron cloud. So phenyl is better at its migratory aptitude, so that's why this product you will get and not this, because phenyl will migrate, not methyl. So this is your product. But interesting example comes when you have substrate like this. Let's say you have this dienone, and now you have this let's say here you have this phenyl, and on the other side you have this ester group. So this is the thing. Now you can have two products. Either your phenyl can migrate to give you this product OET, or another product may be this one, where your ester group migrates and you have phenyl group in the initial position. So these two can happen. Now if you just look at the previous example, you will say that this will be your product, because of course here between this phenyl and this OET, this ester group, phenyl has the higher migratory aptitude. But here the twist is, this is your correct product and not this. Now the question is why? So in this case you have to consider the two intermediates which will form after the migration. So the two intermediates after the migration are, one is when the phenyl migrates, you will have this, right? So when the phenyl migrates, you will have this, and when the ester group migrates, you will have this. So here you have this hydrogen and you have this phenyl. Now if you consider the stability of these two intermediate 1 and intermediate 2, definitely this is the most stable intermediate. Why? Because this positive center is stabilized by electron donation from this phenyl group, because phenyl can donate electron through resonance. But in this case this positive center is actually destabilized, because this group is electron withdrawing, both by its pi electron withdrawal as well as by the inductive effect. So that means this intermediate 1 is very much unstable, and that's why the reaction will not go through this, but it will go through this. And if it goes through this, you will get this as your product. So this example is very important. Now the next example is a cyclic example, where let's say you have a substrate like this. So actually this example is very interesting. So this is from one of the question, and let's say this is your molecule where you have, let's say this is your substrate and it is treated with base, let's say NaOH. So what will be the product? So first step NaOH, second step H+. What will be the product? So this actually involves the dienone phenol rearrangement. So in the first step, when you put base, what will happen? It will become O-. So now this O- push its electron, it will go here, and this will attack over here to kick off this OTS group. So from here you will get some intermediate like this. So here you have this 1 2 3 4 yeah, so this is 1 2 3 4. So this is the intermediate you will get out of this. Now you sometimes you need this H+, or sometimes you don't need, but as you are doing the reaction in basic medium, so we don't expect it to be there, so that's why we need this H+ for this protonation. So on this protonated species, now the dienone phenol rearrangement can happen. So now both this side and this side, they are actually similar, so from any of the side the migration will take place like this, and from here you will get this thing. So here you have this proton, here you have the positive charge. Now this hydrogen leaves and you will get this as your product. So this is the product of dinone-phenol rearrangement. So I think that if you remember these three examples, one cyclic example, another is when you have a destabilizing group, and one is simple to the competition between two migrating aptitude group like methyl and phenyl. So these three examples will cover all of the aspects of dinone-phenol rearrangement. I hope that this video will help you. Thank you for watching, and if you want more videos like that, subscribe this channel.